Call upon Wendy Bjork.
Hello, I'm here today.
Hi, hi Wendy.
Well,
Just a bio about yourself. Wendy is a holistically minded wellness mentor, author, speaker, and key opinion leader of multiple sclerosis. Her mind-body approach to life is reflected through her passion in bringing the many gaps in care. She's an extreme pioneer in advocacy and mentorship and is leading a global revolution to change the face of multiple sclerosis and been on this journey for over 30 years. She has authored three books, including Fired Up, which is an international bestseller. She's contributed to the National MS Society blog, the USA Daily Times news channel, and is regularly invited on podcasts and to share her story. Thanks, Wendy, for being with us, and the stage is all yours.
awesome. Well, thank you for the wonderful introduction. When I founded heartsofwellness.com almost 6 years ago, I had no idea of all these amazing relationships that would be created in sharing my messages of hope and empowerment and self-sustained peace. Today, we are going to discuss how to ignite the path to your dynamic self. But first, just a little story for you. Life threw a chronic illness diagnosis to me at a young age, and this has caused me the most pain and also the most growth in my life. The biggest life lessons I have learned have been through navigating multiple sclerosis since I was 16. And what is multiple sclerosis anyway? MS is a disabling condition of the autoimmune system and the central or autoimmune disease of the central nervous system. And according to the National MS Society, MS, the body's immune system actually attacks the nerve endings or the myelin and interrupts the flow of information in the brain, as well as between the brain and the body. And some of the symptoms can include numbness and tingling, trouble walking, stiffness, weakness, and as well as feeling of stiffness, vision issues, dizziness, bowel problems, pain, emotional changes, and all this can boil up into depression. And after many years of living with MS and realizing that I was just a number, I've learned to always stand up for myself because we need to be our own advocates. Just because someone shares their opinion with us, this does not need to become our truth. We are each here for a purpose, and it's important to never let anyone dim your light. I have also learned it's okay to ask a lot of questions and always seek out the answers that you find inside yourself. We each have an internal guidance system, and it's important to listen to these questions and these answers because it's part of honoring ourselves. Being grateful for what we have in our life is also very important. And I've also learned just to smile with gratitude and never ever compare ourselves or our situations with others, because this will only set us back and actually bring us down. And just know that anything is possible. If you dream it, believe it will happen. Because life flows in a constant cycle. Just like the seasons automatically change, many things in our lives automatically change. Every day we wake up and have new choices and decisions before us. And every day is a new reset. We are always in charge of how we think and feel, and no one can take that away from us. And navigating MS for over 30 years, I have realized many lessons, as I mentioned. We are each blessed with free will, and once we are ready to create a shift in our life, there are 3 steps in doing so. Step 1 is your decision. The ball begins rolling once you make your decision, no matter what it is. When we decide, our mind prepares for a change. It might try to stop you by shifting into survival mode. It might tell you can't do it or you don't deserve it. This is when you thank your ego for protecting you and keep moving forward with your decision. You are meant for greatness, and this is time for you to become your most dynamic self. Step 2 is gathering the tools that you're going to need for your journey. If mapping it out on paper helps you see your big vision, then grab some paper and pens. Or maybe it's creating a mind map with everything in your life that will become better once you begin committing to your process. Creating a checklist of the steps you're taking can help you see your progress as well. Step 3, commit to yourself. Committing to yourself to do one thing each day towards your goal. If you miss a day, don't ridicule yourself. Just pick up where you left off and keep moving forward towards your success. Each day has a win inside it, no matter how big or how small. Part of your commitment to yourself is cheering yourself on. I know this sounds a little silly, but seriously, we need to be our own biggest and best cheerleader. Too often, we are our own worst critics, and that needs to change into liking ourselves more than anyone else ever could in order for our growth. Tell yourself you have a lovely smile or lovely eyes. Tell yourself you look fantastic. And if this is too difficult to start with right away, just find one nice thing to say to yourself each day. You will work towards being able to say I love you in the mirror very soon. Remember, you are in charge of how you feel. What someone else says to you is actually none of your business. We cannot decide what other people think, say, or feel. But what you tell yourself makes all the difference in living your best life. And I know there's loads of books on self-talk, affirmations, positive thinking, but one of my favorites is called Affirmations by Noah St. John. It takes the affirmation aspect, but turns it into a positive right away. So your brain can get to work. We all know there are many aspects to healing. There's never one quick fix to anything. We all have dreams in our heart, a bucket list of what we want to be, do, and have in this lifetime. We want to live a fantastic life full of fun, joy, and laughter. We want to be seen, heard, and understood. We want to keep doing the things that we used to do before anything took over. So, and even if you have children, you want to keep up with them. You want to feel like you're back in the driver's seat of your life and back in control again. There are so many areas to address in order to achieve wholeness and thrive in spite of multiple sclerosis or any other diagnosis. The process is not easy all the time, but it can be simplified. Living from a healing viewpoint is living life, not simply just coping with life as if on autopilot. Developing healthy coping skills is essential to any recovery progress. Ineffective coping strategies can delay the healing process, cause increased stress, and contribute to depression and anxiety. Here are some tips for living life instead of just coping. Number 1, maintain a positive mindset. Take a break from stressful activities and develop a positive mindset. It's a skill that can help you deal with difficult situations. And even if you're pessimistic by nature, it's okay. It's possible to learn to think positively and to see something good in every situation. The first step is to recognize that you are the source of your feelings and to challenge any negative thinking. Positive thinking is a skill that you can actually develop over time. There are numerous ways to achieve this. Having a positive mindset can have a positive effect on your overall health. And plus, it'll boost your immune system and improve your coping abilities. Studies have shown that people with a positive mindset are more likely to exercise, quit smoking, eat healthy, and get more rest. There are many benefits of a positive attitude, and you can develop these habits by following some simple strategies. So one way that I read in the example was it was important for nurses in a study that I read about to have a positive attitude when dealing with patients with disabilities. This positive attitude benefited the patients in a great way. And I know nursing professionals may find it difficult to have a positive attitude at all times with their patients because of their stress levels, but it really made a difference with their overall outlook on life. So number 2 is taking a break. Taking a break is a necessity, but many people don't do it. The time you spend away from your work is often unused, but you can make the most of it. It's a healthy way to reduce stress levels and to regain your energy. If you're constantly under the pressure of work, it can make it hard for you to switch off and to quiet your mind. Eventually, you'll be unable to recharge, and you'll start to notice that you don't get the sleep that you need. You might also be waking up at strange hours or staying up to do an all-night time span to finish a project. If these signs are persistent, you might need to seek professional help. But taking a break can be difficult, especially if you're depressed. But you can use this time to indulge in self-care activities, such as listening to music, keeping a gratitude journal, or just enjoying a cup of tea. Even if you're not in the mood to relax, self-care activities like these can help you cope with the symptoms of depression. Breaks allow you to reboot and refocus your attention. Breaking up your routine can allow you to think about your feelings and come up with new ideas and new solutions. Number 3, developing healthy coping skills. Developing healthy coping skills for living life is a key part of managing stress and promoting resilience. Coping can help you deal with negative emotions such as panic attacks, as well as difficult situations. They can also help you learn to move on from past experiences, and in addition, they can help you improve your relationships with other people. I think I just messed up my slide. Sorry. Number 4, problem-solving skills. Some extra problem-solving skills can include meditation, exercise, and positive self-talk. These skills can help you manage daily challenges and avoid substance abuse or other unhealthy behaviors. These skills also help you cope with temptations and cravings, and without them, you may develop other unhealthy coping habits that may lead to addiction and substance abuse. Self-care can be a daily or a weekly habit, and scheduling self-care just a few minutes a day will help you do it more consistently. When it becomes a habit, you are more likely to stick to it. And even if you can't spend hours each day, just take a few minutes and it'll make a world of difference. Developing healthy coping skills for living life means learning to look at negative situations from a different perspective. Try to look at things as opportunities and turn negatives into positives. Avoiding negative thoughts and feelings will help you cope with stress and improve your quality of life. You should also learn to appreciate the things you have and the people who surround you. And then next is our importance of how we're solving problems. There's a process that involves matching adaptive responses to the demands of problem solving. This can be done in many different ways. One of the most common techniques involves brainstorming and discussing possible solutions with a friend or a colleague. Another technique involves maybe even talking to your boss or human resources about a problem. Both of these methods can produce solutions that can help you move forward. The problem or the concept is problem and solution. The first is the process of identifying a problem. The second is the process of generating alternatives. These concepts are critical for achieving success in the coping process. The first step towards this goal is to identify the specific problems that are causing the situation. Once you understand the cause of the problem, you can develop the skills to resolve them. Secondly, problem solving requires an element of uncertainty. While planning and structuring your solutions can help you deal with your solution, good judgment is essential. Poor problem solving is a common cause of failure, not only in relationships, but in business as well. This can be a result of failure to recognize problems or lack of skills in dealing with them. As a result, problem-solving skills are in high demand by current employers. A recent study examined the effects of problem-solving skills training on the coping skills of nursing and midwifery students. The students were randomly assigned into two groups, the study group and the control group. Both groups completed a questionnaire and were assessed at the end of each session. Number 5, cognitive reframing. Cognitive reframing is a form of therapy that helps you change your negative thought patterns. You can learn how to go from coping to living life by challenging your negative thoughts and mindset. You can use a worksheet to practice the cognitive reframing. This worksheet that will help you use your imagination to help you change your thoughts. One section of the worksheet would be labeled prediction. For this section, write down a prediction about a significant event that occurred in your life and a possible cognitive distortion. Next, write down what you expected to happen, how you would know if the prediction came true, and rate the likelihood of it happening. Cognitive reframing is an extremely effective technique for getting rid of negative thoughts and changing limiting beliefs. It's a great tool for reducing unnecessary stress and depression. While it can be practiced independently, it is also useful to be practiced with a therapist. Cognitive reframing involves becoming consciously aware of your thoughts and consciously changing your mindset. When you start to see things differently, you'll be more likely to change your thoughts and behaviors. This practice also allows you to create new thought patterns and encourages you to be more positive. You can also use visualization or gratitude journaling to change the way you think. And if you ever feel suicidal thoughts, please seek the help of the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline immediately. They provide trained counselors who can help you deal with these thoughts. And if your situation is life-threatening, call 911 right away. In the meantime, cognitive reframing can help you go through life from simply just coping to positive thinking. And through my work, I assist cognitive reframing as well as sharing the tools for empowering women to stand in their truth and become their most dynamic self, the version that is meant to be shining their light bright. I also have the Hearts of Wellness members portal where there is a new theme each month in line with the season. This is part of living true to yourself, surrounding yourself with nature and doing away with all the synthetic products that are actually harmful. We talk about essential oils, their seasonal blends and uses. I create a guided meditation each month to listen to over and over each month, as well as skipping around in the portal as you please, as it's available for you 24/7. To join in and become a member, see heartsofwellness.com/portal. My complimentary gift to you today is a 30-day blueprint to give a taste of having my support at heartsofwellness.com/YOU. You will receive 30 daily micro steps with a correlating email every day to guide you on your journey. If you're interested in any of the cognitive reframing or any of the one-to-one support that I can provide, simply email me at support@heartsofwellness.com. And if you'd like to reach out, I'm on social media under Wendy Bjork and also as the Empress of a Mess. A few things to remember is it's not what we have survived that defines us, but instead how we choose to thrive. You deserve the best. You are beautiful and loved. And if we looked at the numbers of chronic illness in our country, it's 4 in 10 adults in the US have a chronic illness. And the numbers keep rising. And this is one of the leading drivers of our nation's $4 trillion healthcare spending. Knowing these facts, I believe it's time to look at life differently. It's time to have faith over fear, dreams over doubts, purpose over procrastination, confidence over comparisons, actions over apathy, community over competition, service over self, and success over stress. We are always in charge of our thoughts and our actions. Now is the time to take responsibility for our health, live life differently, listen to and follow our heart. Together, we are a powerful force, and I'm wishing you the best on your journey to igniting your dynamic self. Thank you, and may each and every day be filled with blessings.
Thank you, Wendy. It was very nice.
Thank
And
you.
it was very beautiful. Your presentations, the slides are very nice. Thank you so much. And as we are shortage of the time, any questions we'll address to your email and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much, Wendy, for your valuable.
Wonderful. Thank you.